I've lost 180 pounds with a combination of carnivore, keto, and counting calories. I reached my goal in November of 2022. Right now, I'm doing an experiment with being carnivore-ish and counting calories. If you want to see the results, stick around and subscribe, and we can see how it goes. Don't forget to click the like button. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How are you doing today? It is 9:30. My stomach's growling, so I was like, okay, well, I probably need to drink something. So I wanted to tell you all something that's been going on, because y'all know I tell you everything, even when you don't want to know it. Even when you don't know that you need to know. If I know it, you need to know it. So, it started, I guess, I don't know, about 2 or 3 days ago. At nighttime, I have been having some like toe cramps, and when I'm in bed, and it turns into foot cramps. Like sometimes if I point my toes too much, then it just becomes a cramp in the bottom of my foot. And so I was just thinking, because the reason why I remembered it is I was like, okay, I'm kind of hungry. I haven't drank much, and then I was like, oh yeah, I've been having that cramping problem. Well, I'm still taking the same magnesium I've taken for the past several years. So I don't feel like magnesium is the issue. But the past couple days, I have not been doing much electrolytes. No specific reason, just been too lazy. So it prompted me to want to talk to y'all a little bit about, for me and my body, not for you, but maybe it is for you. Low carb and carnivore are dehydrating ways of eating. And the reason why I say that is whoever they are, say that for every 1 gram of carb you eat, you retain 4 grams of water. Like I said, that is just what they say. So, you can use Dr. Google and see what you see too. Anyway, but as many of us know, when we were eating the standard American diet with tons of carbs and we switched over to a lower carb diet, we would all lose like 10, 12, 15 pounds in the first 2, 3 weeks. But we all know well, we need to know. If you don't know, hi, that's not fat that you lost. You didn't lose 12 pounds of fat. It's fluid retention. So anyway, so eating low carb and carnivore are, I going to say they are very much more dehydrating for our bodies than what our bodies have been used to whenever we were eating tons and tons of carbs. Now, I don't think that as they were traveling across in the 1950s or 1800s and 1700s in the gold rush, I don't think they were chugging water all the time. But the difference was they were eating grains, and their grains back then were a lot different than our grains now. Our fruits and vegetables, while I don't think they're bad for us, they're just different now. We've lost a lot of the nutrients that's in the ground, and there has been a lot more modifications to things nowadays. They make new plants out of old plants, and that's cool. I don't have a problem with any of that. But what I'm saying is that the nutrition we receive is different than it was back when they were rotating crops and that kind of stuff. But anyway, so all that to say, eating carnivore is a very dehydrating way of eating for me. So what I did learn in nursing school is that where water goes, there goes sodium and potassium. Or there goes sodium. Where sodium goes, potassium goes. So those two work hand in hand, because they're used in the body, and when you pee one out, you pee some of the other out also. Which is why the people who do their videos about or include in their videos the different Redmond or Element electrolytes, they're not wrong in their suggestion of people using that, okay? Now, I get tired of hearing that in every stinking video that they record, but they're not wrong in the fact that lots of people do need electrolytes. Some people don't. Some people do fine, but some of us do. So for me, what I'm thinking is that maybe since I have not been adding electrolytes to my water for the past, like I said, several days. Again, it's not on purpose. It's just not thinking about it. I think that might have something to do with it. So I'm going to make sure that I add my electrolytes today. Me personally, I make my own electrolytes. I know they say Element on their website has a recipe you can use. I have a recipe that I made. It's down in the description of this video. Mine does not include magnesium because I take oral magnesium. But, you know, you do what's going to work for you. And so I just wanted to point out that, so if you find that maybe your urine is darker than before, thicker than before, your face just feels dry, or your eyes are dry, or your feet are cramping, something to look into. I'm not saying to do it. I'm a nurse, but I'm not your nurse. Something you might look into is electrolytes. And if you think about it, athletes who do, you know, work hard and sweat, what do they drink? Gatorade. And what's in Gatorade? Yes, sugar, but also electrolytes. So they're having to replenish those electrolytes that they're flushing out through sweating. The difference for us is we're not sweating it out, we're peeing it out. So it's just something to think about. I just wanted to share that with you all because it's something that I've experienced this past few days. You know, so you can buy electrolytes. Like I said, Element has some recipes on their site for making them. I make them. You do what's going to work for you. You research it. I know when I went carnivore the first time, what I did is, so sodium and potassium. Sodium is salt. But if you go to Walmart or any store and they sell something called no salt or salt substitute, turn that around. Salt substitute, it's potassium. So instead of buying a pill, you can mix that together and sprinkle it on your food. Now, I'm not going to tell you ratios because I don't know. But that is what I used to do before I started making electrolytes. I would put sodium, I'd put salt and then some no salt in a container and sprinkle it over my food. And, you know, I did it that way. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. But I just wanted to point that out because, like I said, I have been having this issue. And so I just wanted to share that with you in case you didn't know, in case maybe you're newer to keto or newer to carnivore. They both are a mild to moderate to very much so dehydrating way of eating. So just something to keep in the back of your mind. So if you start having cramps or whatever, do your own research about magnesium, sodium, and potassium. So, all right, well, I'll let you go. It's 9:40 now, and I'm starving. And, dadgum, I'm so mad at meal prep day, Terry. You'll see. But she didn't give me any content on any like amount or nothing on the little sticky note. I'm telling you, sometimes meal prep Terry just gets on my nerves. So, all right, I'll see you in a little while. Bye. Okay, it is lunchtime. See, this is what I'm talking about. Terry, meal prep day, Terry, you better get it together. You just better straighten up your act because you're pretty frustrating. But this, I know, was a beef roast, like a roast. Look at that. That is a beef roast. That ain't just like chunks of meat that was like cut up and cooked in the skillet. That's a beef roast. I remember doing one at one point. I don't know how much it is. I'm going to plug it. It definitely, I don't know. I have no idea. No idea what to plug in. I'm just going to leave in what I put in yesterday, 12 ounces. And I'm going to hope for the best. But editing, Terry, get it together. And remember that for meal prep day, Terry, because that's enough shenanigans. All right. Well, let's give it a try. I hope I seasoned it. Yesterday, I didn't even season what I had. Please let there be some seasoning on here. I do keep some over here behind me, though. You know I do. Okay. That's good. Could use a little salt, but all right then. That's definitely a roast. You can tell that cooked all day. Anyway, how you doing? I'm a floating head. I'm a floating head. So I got a couple trips coming up. I have a work meeting sometime next month in Jefferson City, and my partner director, she's gonna be on vacation. So I'm gonna drive up to my sister's the day before and stay with her. She's got a little dog. I love her little puppy dog. Anyway, so she's got a dog, and anyway, so I'm gonna stay the night with that sister, and then the next day I'll go to the meeting, and then right after the meeting I go straight home. So it'll be that, and I wonder if I call daycare. I better hang on. I gotta take care of that right quick. I ain't calling them. I just need to. This is what I do. So I sit in front of a computer all day long for my job. I have to send my email. Dogs. Kennel. Trip to Susan's. So I sit in front of a computer all day long, and when I need to remind myself of something to address later on, I just send myself an email to my work email. So the subject is Dogs Kennel. And it just comes through. Trip to Susan's. And that's all I do. And sometimes at home I'll be laying in bed and I think of something I need for tomorrow, Terry, to remember. And I'll be like, hey Siri, email Terry work. And so anyway, so I email stuff, so then that way whenever I get to work the next day, it's right there. Hang on. Because y'all know I forget stuff. Yeah, so got that trip. Oh, and then we're going to do a, like a weekend trip to my other sister's house in Pittsburgh. So that'll be interesting because it'll be, sometime when it's going to be cold. So, I'm always whining about being cold. So I'm glad she lives up there, not me. I used to would have loved to live up there, but the way I am now, no sorry, Bob. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna plug this roast in with what I plugged in yesterday and leave it at that. Sometimes that's all I can do, but that's what I know. And yeah, I'm gonna eat. It's 11. One of my team members has had supervision this afternoon, and she was wanting to go home a little early today, and she's like, can we move the supervision early? It was like 10:30. I'm like, or almost 10:30. I said, yes, let's do it now, so that way I can extend my lunch to a normal lunchtime. So she's like, okay. So anyway, that's why we're eating now instead of 10:25. So, all right, I'm done jibber jabbering. I love y'all. I've got a whole bunch of stuff going on at my house. I keep getting these alarms. I better see what's going on. Hopefully, somebody isn't in my yard, but let them go inside. Baxter will take care of them. Okay, bye. It's the lawn, guys. So that means I'm gonna get a whole bunch of notices. I have cameras set up all around my house, and it really works out because the people beside me, they got cameras at their house pointing towards the side of my house. So there's cameras all over. So I wonder if they have theirs turned on when my lawn guys come over and they're like, oh my gosh. But anyway, so yeah, so we got, because our neighborhood, we had some break-ins for a while. I mean, in cars and stuff. And so, we've got the neighborhood watch thing now and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, so yeah. So now it's going to beep every 2 minutes when somebody, not even every 30 seconds when one of them walks by a camera. And I bet the dogs are going nuts. Okay, bye. question. Do you have different voices that you talk to yourself in, depending on what you're talking to yourself about? Like when you're mad, are you kind of like, dang it, Terry, you need to get your act together because you're getting on my nerves? Or whenever you're like, trying to cheer yourself on and be proud of yourself, are you kind of like, good job, Terry, you did a good job, yay? And whenever you're just talking to yourself, now, how am I going to figure out this problem? I don't really know what's the best action. Am I the only one that has, different ways that I talk to myself? Surely I'm not. I can't be. Okay, bye. Y'all, I'm hungry, 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 hungry hippos. So tonight we are having, it was a carnivore chicken cordon bleu, and I made it. The video should come up. It comes up this coming Sunday. What is today? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So if you're watching this video Saturday, it'll be up tomorrow. Sunday, September 29th. But yeah, carnivore chicken cordon bleu. Now, you tweak the recipe to be what you want. It's all about fitting what you want. Because you're one that's got to eat it. If you don't like what I put in it, don't put that in there. So, anyway, so this is what I got. Chicken cordon bleu. Bone. Hang on. Well, if this video don't get uploaded, just know I died from eating bones. But if it does get uploaded, I should be good. So, chicken cordon bleu, and then tonight my creamy is keto chow raspberry cheesecake. It's straight keto chow raspberry cheesecake. So, I love keto chow, and I will keep keto chow in my life going forward. For real, for real. This is a pretty strong flavor. So if you're somebody who's concerned about being triggered, the ones that I mix with the Equip Prime brand, like do half of that and then half keto chow or half whatever cheapo, protein powder you find. Anyway, it softens the strength of the flavor. So I feel like it's going to trigger less of a response in our brain. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. Well, y'all, I'm hungry. I don't know how long this video is, but this is the end of the creamy video that I did tonight. So I don't know when that'll come out. But now I'll be able to know exactly how much time I'm spending with you and exactly how much time I need to keep spending with you. So, all right, I love y'all. I'm going to go change clothes and throw down. Bye. We are 300 calories over. Oh, well, it is what it is. Look at them carbs, too. Whoops. Bye.